My people, listen carefully. Today's story will shake your heart and open your eyes, but that's not all. I have a special giveaway for my loyal viewers. Do you want to win free airtime? It's simple. Just follow these 3 steps. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment below with your favorite lesson from this story. At the end of this video, I will tell you how I will pick the winners. Now, let's dive into today's mind-blowing story. If a mother had the power to shape her child's destiny, would she use it wisely, or would greed lead her to ruin? This is the tragic tale of a woman who tried to steal fate itself, and the terrible price she paid. Stay with me till the end. The moon hung low over the village of Umwagu, casting long, airy shadow across the narrow footpaths leading to the sacred grove. Nwande moved swiftly, her breath uneven, her heart pounding like the distant talking drum. She had heard the stories, tales of those who sought the spirit's favor and never returned the same. But she was a mother, and a mother's love could defy even the gods. At the heart of the grove stood the shrine of Nnemiri, the feared spirit of the deep waters. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and burning incense. Nwande knelt before the caved idol, lifting her trembling hands. Great Nnemiri, I offer you this sacrifice. Take whatever you must, but make my son greater than all men. Let him rise above kings and warriors. Let the world bow before him. Silence. Then a slow, chilling whisper coiled around her ears. What is given must be taken in return. Do you accept the price? Nwande hesitated. A strange coldness gripped her bones, but she had come too far to turn back. Yes, I accept. The wind howled, the shrine trembled, and deep beneath the earth, something ancient awakened. What would you do if you had the chance to change your child's destiny, but at an unknown cost? Let me know in the comments. Nwande made a desperate bargain with the spirits. But what happened when a gift from the gods carried a hidden cost? If you love African folktales that reveal the dangers of unchecked ambition, subscribe now. The morning after Nwande's forbidden prayer, the village of Umwagu stirred with whisper. Her son, Obinna, barely 5 years old, had changed overnight. Where once he was an ordinary boy, he now spoke with wisdom beyond his years. His small hands, once clumsy, moved with the precision of a seasoned hunter. Even the village elders, who rarely praised children, murmured among themselves, watching him with weary eyes. Nwande, said Mama Ejike, her neighbor, your son, he is not like before. Nwande only smiled, clutching her wrapper tightly. They don't understand. This is the destiny I chose for him. As the seasons passed, Obinna's brilliance grew. At 10, he outran the fastest warriors. At 12, he spoke the riddles that left even the elders thoughtful. At 15, he bested grown men in wrestling. The people of Umwagu rejoiced, calling him the chosen one. But beneath the celebration, a shadow loomed. Mama Nneka, the village seer, watched from her hut with troubled eyes. She saw what others did not, the unseen strings tied around Obinna's soul, pulling him towards an unknown fate. One night, as the moon glowed red, she whispered, a child born of stolen destiny cannot escape the price. Nwande, what have you done? Do you believe a mother's love can go too far? Should fate ever be changed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Obinna's greatness was undeniable, but the gods do not give without taking in return. What dark price will he pay for his stolen destiny? If you love gripping African folktales, subscribe now. One evening, as the village gathered around the great baobab tree, the sky above Umagu split open with a strange airy light. Shooting stars streaked across the heavens, brilliant but unsettling. The elders watched in silence, their faces lined with worry. This is no ordinary sign. Papa Okechukwu, the oldest man in the village, at the same moment, Obinna, now 17, clutched his chest as if something unseen had struck him. A sharp pain pierced his heart, and for the first time in his life, he felt weak. Nwade, who had been pounding yam outside their hut, rushed to him. "My son, what is it?" she cried, but Obinna could not answer. His eyes, once clear and full of certainty, flickered with confusion. It was as if something was being taken from him, something unseen, yet powerful. Far away, in the sacred hills, where the spirits whispered to the living, Mama Nneka drew divination seeds onto the ground. They scattered in a strange pattern, one she had never seen before. She gasps. The gods are reclaiming what was stolen. In the days that followed, Obinna's strength wavered. His hand trembled where once they had been steady. His voice, once confident, carried hesitation. The people of Umagu noticed. Could it be? Some whispered, as the favor of the gods left him. What do you think is happening to Obinna? Wow, this story is getting intense. But before we continue, don't forget, you can win free airtime today. When the gods take back what was stolen, they do not ask for permission, but who will pay the price? If you love gripping African folktales, subscribe now. The night was heavy with the scent of rain, and the wind howled through the trees like a restless spirit. Deep in the sacred hill, Mama Nneka could not sleep. The bones have spoken. A long-forgotten truth was about to rise. Far away, in a distant village, a young man stood before an elder seer. He had lived all his life as an outcast, abandoned by fate, yet haunted by vision of a life that was never his. His name was Kelechi. "I have always felt something missing," he said, his voice low, uncertain. The seer, an ancient woman with clouded eyes, touched his forehead. Her fingers were cold as the grave. "Your soul cries for justice," she whispered. "The gods did not forget you, child. They only waited for the right time." That night, as Obinna tossed in his sleep, his dreams were filled with shadows. A voice called to him, a voice airy like his own. "I am coming." The next morning, Umagu woke to the sight of a strange standing at the village gates. He looked like Obinna, but his eyes burned with something darker. What would you do if you find out someone else is living the life meant for you? Tell me in the comments. One twin lived in the light. The other was cast into darkness, but the gods never forget what was stolen. Keep watching and don't forget to subscribe. The village of Umagu fell silent as the stranger stepped forward. The resemblance between him and Obinna was undeniable, like a spirit had taken the form of the young man. Everyone thought they knew. Chief Okafor, the eldest in the village, narrowed his eyes. "Who are you?" The stranger's lips curled into a bitter smile. "I am Kelechi, the name my mother never had the chance to call." Murmurs spread like wildfire. Obinna stepped forward, his hands trembling. "That is a lie. I have no brother." Kelechi laughed, a sound full of sorrow and fury. "You have lived the life that was meant for me. I was the firstborn, the one the gods chose. But our mother's fear condemned me to the shadows. The gods have sent me back to take what is mine." Obina's heart pounded. He had always felt something was missing, an emptiness he could never explain. Now, standing before this man who looked like him but carried a storm in his eyes, he felt something else. Fear. Then, Mama Nneka stepped forward. Her voice trembled with age and sorrow. The gods have finally called the truth into the open. She turned to Obina. "You were never meant to be alone, my son, but your mother made a choice. And now, the spirits demand justice." A cold wind swept through the village. Justice, but at what cost? If you were Obina, would you fight for the life you have always known, or give it up for justice? Let me know in the comments. A brother betrayed, a destiny stolen, and a cause that cannot be undone. But who will pay the price? Stay with me. The silence in the village felt suffocating. Obina's mind raced. He had lived his whole life believing he was the chosen one, the rightful son. But now, a stranger, his own blood, had returned to claim everything. Chief Okafor's deep voice broke the tension. If this is true, then the gods must decide. The spirits do not allow stolen destinies to go unpunished. Kelechi stepped forward. "The gods have already decided. I have lived in the shadows while he basks in the sun. I have suffered while he thrived. And now I demand balance." Obina clenched his fist. "You can't just walk in here and take my life." Kelechi's eyes darkened. "Your life? Do you even know the suffering I endured? Our mother was forced to abandon me, to hide me away, because the village only wanted one child. You never questioned why you always felt incomplete." A shudder ran through Obina. Deep inside, he had always felt something missing, but he had ignored it. The truth stood before him, like a reflection in a broken mirror. Mama Nneka spoke, her voice heavy with regret. "The spirit will not be ignored. If a destiny is stolen, it must be repaired." Chief Okafor raised his staff, then let the gods speak. A huge fell over the villagers as the chief called upon the oracle. A ritual would be performed, one that will reveal the true will of the spirits. But in matter of faith, the gods often demanded more than just the truth. They demanded a price. What do you think the gods will decide? Should Obina give up everything, or should Kelechi find another way? Comment below. Two brothers, one destiny. Who will the gods choose? The moment of truth is here. Stay with me. This story is so deep. If you are enjoying it, make sure to share this video with your friends so they can watch too. And remember, the giveaway is still open. You could be our next winner just by following the 3 simple steps. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, comment below with the lessons you have learned so far. Now, back to our story. The village gathered at the sacred grove, where the gods would speak through the oracle. The air was thick with tension as the priestess, an elderly woman with white painted eyes, stepped forward. She raised her staff, adorned with cowrie shells, and spoke in a voice that sent chill down the crowd. Two souls, tied by blood, but one destiny stolen. The gods demand a balance. An offering must be made. Gifts rippled through the villagers. Mama Nneka clutched her chest. Her worst fear was coming true. Obinna stepped forward, his voice shaking. What? What kind of offering? The priestess turned her sightless eyes towards him. The gods do not allow two men to walk the same paths. Either the stolen destiny must be returned, or a life must be taken. A deadly silence followed. Kelechi's jaws tightened. You mean one of us must die? The priestess nodded. Or one must surrender all that he has. Obinna's words pawn. His wealth, his status, his identity, everything he had ever known could be taken in an instant. But if he refused, the gods would demand a life. Mama Nneka fell to his knees. Please, my sons, there must be another way. But the gods have spoken, and the time for choices are drawn out. What should Obinna do? Should he surrender his destiny? Or will blood be spilled? Tell me in the comments. A choice must be made, wealth or blood. Will Obinna surrender his stolen destiny? Or will the gods take a life? Stay with me to the end, and don't forget to subscribe. The village held its breath. The priestess stood unmoving, her sightless eyes waiting for an answer. Obinna clenched his fist. Could he give up everything? The riches, the respect, the life he had built. His heart pounded, and he turned to Kelechi, who stared back with a mix of sorrow and hope. Then he spoke. I cannot give it up. A murmur swept through the crowd. Kelechi's face twisted in agony. Brother, please, this was never yours to keep. The priestess raised her staff. The air grew heavy, the sky darkened, and the wind howled through the trees. The gods were angry. Suddenly, Obinna's body confused. He gasped, clawing at his chest as an unseen force gripped him. He fell to his knees. His breath ragged. His skin grew cold. His vision blurred. Mama Nneka screamed, No! Spare my son! The priestess shook her head. The gods have taken what was stolen. Obinna Fina's breath left his lips. His body slumped to the ground, lifeless. A wailing of mourning filled the air. Kelechi fell to his knees, his face wet with tears. The balance had been restored, but at what cost? The village would never forget this day. The day a brother lost everything because he refused to let go of what was never his. What is the lesson here? If something isn't yours, should you fight for it or let it go? Share your thoughts in the comments. Greed blinds the heart, and what is stolen will never bring true peace. Destiny cannot be taken, it can only be lived. What a powerful lesson we have learned today. Now, about the giveaway, I will randomly select 2 winners from the comments in the next 48 hours. So make sure you follow the rules. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. Comment your favorite lesson from this story. Winners will be announced in my next video. So turn on the notification bell so you don't miss it. See you soon, and may luck be on your side. Bye.